Alright guys, so we're in the gym this morning. We're going to be doing a deadlift tutorial. I'm going to run you guys through the conventional and the sumo deadlift and figure out which one is best for you. So I got my boy Kevin here. Kevin is a natural conventional lifter. We're going to try out both movements, tweak a couple things, and see what his best leverages are. So Kevin, let's get over here. So the thing you'll notice about what Kevin does, he actually does very well, is he gets to mid-foot with the bar, right? So this bar has to start over mid-foot and about an inch or two away from the shin. It's going to put the bar in the right positioning for the bar pad to be smooth and linear, and that's the way you want it. You want the bar to stay in one linear plane. Now what Kevin did really well is he pushed his hips back, and what you want to think about is loading the posterior chain by putting all the force into your hips. So what Kevin did really well was pushing the hips back, putting all of that there, and then reaching for the bar. A lot of people will bend at the knee and push their shin into the bar, and it'll actually push the bar out of the linear plane that you want it in. So pushing the hip back and then grabbing the bar. All right, let's see it. Good. So what Kevin did was when he went and he grabbed the bar, he pushed his knees through. Now the one thing that Kevin did not do is when he got into the bar, right, and he went to pull, he grabbed the bar and he pushed his knee through. The only thing you didn't see was the lats pulling back and the scapula retracting. You notice that the weight's a little bit light, but I'm already pulling the bar because my back is getting so tight that I'm actually putting tension into the bar. So you want to think about pulling the slack out of the bar before you even start the movement, right? So get down in your position, push the butt down, knees through, back, good. Every single rep needs to be separated. Now that doesn't mean that you can't do them repetitively in a fast manner, but the thing you want to think about is every rep is separate so that you reset in the same spot. You see that, like, it's a separate motion, right? It's because I'm packing the lats. And it's a back movement, right? It's not all legs. You do want to pack the lats because that's going to allow you to stay upright, right? So when I'm pulling here, you're thinking about jumping, right? And you want to get as vertical as possible. That's going to help you stay vertical. Let's see it again. Tuck your chin a little bit. Don't lift your head so much. Pull the bar back to you. Notice it's away from your foot. Pull it back over your foot. Good. Good. Pull this one with some speed. Good, that's better. Kevin is a natural conventional lifter. As we continue to build this up, he's going to get a bit better, and every single cue he uses is going to improve his technique. What we're going to do is we're going to do the sumo deadlift, and it's not going to look as comfortable, but when you make little techniques to make it more similar to conventional, you realize that sumo is simply just getting your legs out of the way and trying to pull the bar through your mid-shin the same way you would through a conventional, but just allowing your leg length to not be a limiting factor. Is you're trying to get this knee around the bar, right? So rotate a little bit more, yeah. Notice how you're already trying to push into the outside of your foot and take your glutes and pack them, right? You're packing them with the force. Good. Before you pull this next time, try to get the bar here. Try to put the bar right on here. Okay. You'll notice a lot of good deadlifters, you'll notice that they have these like really horrible like scrapes down their shin, and that's because like they're so focused on pulling through that linear plane and keeping the bar as close as possible to them that they're just going to scrape their shin. Good. So you notice exactly where I'm starting, right, is I'm putting this right here, right? Because I know it's going to drift a little bit, but if I can get close, I know that I'm going to stay linear, right? My grip is going to be right here on the knurling. My hip position is going to start the same way with conventional, right, where you push your hips back and then get there. It's not a squat, you know, you're not trying to squat it up. It's a hip hinge. So I'm here. Notice how my knee travel, like this, is all around the bar, right? So getting around it. Push the door closed behind you. Good, keep the bar a little bit closer. Weight in the heels. So the one extra correction I'll make, and most people do this, and you're taught to keep your eyes up and then the bar will go up, right? You do that with squat, and you'll do that with deadlift. But you really don't want to, right? And the reason being is you have a neutral spine alignment when you're here, right? When you're like here, you're jacking everything up. This goes here and makes it harder to breathe. And then this is all coiled. And then that way, you turn anything, especially, say you got 400 pounds on the bar, you're lifting your 1 rep max, and you go like this, boom, crack, you're done. You're gonna have all this trap action. I would get horrible upper back pain when I was in college because I would be like, you know, trying to pull this thing up. You're gonna snap your shit up. So when you get in here, right, pull, check out my neck. See how it's like my chin's tucked? My eye gaze is at a point on the floor and not a point up here. Lats. Tack the lats. Good. Good, Kevin. Good. I know he's a conventional lifter, but the sumo is getting better, and we're going to continue to work on that. But those are the cues that you need to use if you're trying to get better at the sumo, because it is a hard movement, but you really just have to simplify it and know that it's the same as conventional. You still want that 45-degree plane in the back. You still want that tucked chin. You still want the arms breaking the bar and packing the lats. You're just getting the legs out of the way. I'm doing some pull downs, right? So we're going to start from vertical, and we're going to start to move the angle that he's pulling at downwards, right? So I'm going to get him starting here. We're going to do it with the neutral grip because this is going to allow the bar to travel down his face, right? And he can still pack his lats. When you're here, it's a lot harder to contract. When you pull here, that elbow's coming in, that angle is going to allow him to pinch and contract the lat more effectively. A lot of people will jack themselves into here, right, and push this against their stomach. I want you to start here because I want this to be like right in front of you so that you don't have to move your torso much to be into this pulling position. You hit my hand. Go. Back down. Back down. Back down. Shoulders down. Shoulders down. Don't start pulling until your shoulders are deep compressed. Good. 1, 2. Shoulders down. Deep compress. Good. Pull. Go. Good. Good. Get this straight. Let me see your back straight up and down. I don't want you to come past. When I say like slow on the way down, it could be like, okay, yeah, that's pretty slow, right? Or it could be like fight, 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 fight. It's all about the tension, right? But you can make the motion just as slow both ways. But when you pull and you get here and you've got this tight contraction, right? Like you feel that in your back. Try to maintain it as deep as you can, as far as you can until you let it to the end of the range of motion, right? Because I can let go of the contraction and then just slow with my arms, right? It's about how you feel the contraction in your lats on the way down. Because it's 2 phases of the lift, but you lose out on all of the gains on the way down if you don't maintain that contraction. Just a little bit, right? Good. Good. All elbows, right? Drive those elbows down and in. Come on. Yeah, finish that rep. All right, so here we're gonna do a rope pullover. You can do this with a dumbbell, but we're gonna use a rope because it gets constant tension. And for teaching the purpose of the movement, I wanna start with the cable because I think it's going to carry over better if we switch to the dumbbell, right? So when he gets here, he's gonna take the rope, he's gonna break it in half by pulling apart. This is going to turn on the lats rather than here where you're pulling in. It's all going to be external rotation or internal rotation. I want external rotation. Take the triceps out of it, pull the shoulders down. I'm going to back up far enough so that I can keep a stretch and bend over to a 45-degree angle. So here I'm in a 45-degree angle in the full stretch. I turn on the lats, pull the scapula and decompress the shoulders. I'm going to pull to my hips in a scooping motion. Now your arms are going to bend slightly. So what we're working here is the lats from the front, right? So this is going to grow some density here. It's also going to grow a little bit of flare, a little bit of width. It's also working on the serratus muscle, that nice muscle that connects their lat to their rib cage. So this is really a really pretty muscle that you're going to grow better if you do the pullovers, right? So we're just trying to grow this front part of the lat, this density, while also connecting into the rib cage. This is going to help in other movement. A little more forward lean. 2, the tension on, don't let go. One, slow. Guys, so that is the end of the workout. I gave Kevin 4 movements that he can do every single time he comes in to hit back. That as long as he does the form correctly, he does it with intent where the eccentrics are controlled, he's going to grow. You just need to be able to control the very simple variables in the most intense manner, right? So with Kevin, we perfected his form. We figured out whether conventional or sumo was right for him, and then we took every single movement, we broke it down, and we perfected the form, created good posture, and made sure that he was contracting the muscles he was trying to grow in that movement, right? So when you guys go in, use this technique, right? Don't do a million exercises. 2 to 4 hard sets, hard working sets on 4 to 5 good exercises, and you're going to grow. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys coming. Subscribe if you like the video. Let me know if you guys like it in the comments. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.